What's good, YouTube? This is Admin Umbra back again for another episode of Rocket Daily. And people, beautiful Rocket people, I am so happy to be with you all today. We have been in this Pokemon community in terms of content creators, but a very short time, and you all have been absolutely incredible supporting Rocket HQ. Shade and I are very proud of what we represent, but you all, we would be nothing without all of you. We get up every day to put in work for you beautiful people. We've been doing this a short few weeks, but we already have over 100 subscribers. Give your hands a hand. Give yourselves a hand. I don't know what I just said. Give yourselves a hand. Yes, you, all of you, thank you so much for everything. This is a very special battle. Very excited to get right into it. This is against one of our favorite subscribers, an excellent supporter of Rocket HQ. You may know him as Whitey CM. He is a fellow streamer. His YouTube channel will be linked. Please check him out. Like I said, he is a fellow streamer. He has been supporting Rocket HQ. We are supporting him as well. So please support his content. I was so honored and so humbled that he chose to battle me by clicking that exclamation point sign up. I don't know if it's worth choosing, but it was an awesome battle that we had. Really just an absolute joy to always interact with other PokeTubers, content creators. So, this is a new team. If you haven't battled me with this team is new to you. This is the team I made for our last stream, and I'm really happy with it. It's been doing really well. In the first stream I premiered it in, it went undefeated. I think in the stream after that, it lost twice. It's a really interesting team. I'll go ahead and talk to you about it. And remember, if you like this team, it'll either be up now, but very shortly after uploading this video, if you go to the Rocket Google Drive, again, that is public access. Again, the link is always in the description of every video. Copy and paste this team, use it right in your own Pokemon Showdown. Also, check out the link for the Rocket War Room, our public Prezi account, wherein you can find an in-depth presentation on this team if you want to see more about it. But there's many battles coming with this team. I'm working on another team right now as well. But let's get into the team. So it is a pseudo sun team, I suppose you could call it. I guess I'll go through the Pokemon in order. Charizard, it is a Charizard Y. Obviously, it's a pseudo sun team. It is a Charizard Y. And it's actually a Trapper. It has Fire Spin. I believe Fire Spin, Fire Blast, Solar Beam, Hidden Power Ice. And the reason that I run Fire Spin is there's a few mons particularly that I want to trap. Charizard Y being extremely weak to hazards, obviously. One of my favorite things to trap are actual hazard setter-uppers. So, Tyranitar and Deoxys. Things that can threaten Charizard, Tyranitar even more so. I Fire Spin them unexpectedly, and then the Conqueror is there literally to deal with those threats. So then I switch right into Conqueror. They're trapped in there because of Fire Spin, and Knock Off and Drain Punch can take out those threats. So I really enjoy trapping their hazards, taking them out with Conqueror, and then I can easily defog with the bulk that is Mandibuzz. And then they're gone for the game. There's no late game rocks, there's none of that tomfoolery. I get them gone, and I really enjoy that. And that works very well because this Rotom, you notice this is a Sun team. The Rotom does not carry Hydro Pump. This version of Rotom is actually dual screens with Light Clay. So I don't want to be constantly taking down my own screens with defog. That is why I use the trapping strategy, so I can get their hazards gone, and then go in and set up my own screens. This version actually has both screens, and then I believe T-Wave for utility, and then actually Volt Switch. This team has a very powerful defensive core in Rotom, Mandibuzz, and Jirachi. Typically, those are the mons I lead with in battles, and they put in tremendous amounts of work. Mandibuzz is a physically bulky set with defog. Jirachi is actually not the offensive set at all. We don't see much utility Jirachi, but I love it. Jirachi is one of my favorite Pokemon. Ever since I played, I think it was Fire Red, I've absolutely adored Jirachi. But this one has Wish, Doom Desire, Thunder Wave, and Protect, max special defense. And that can pass Wishes to Rotom and Mandibuzz in combination with T-Wave, Foul Play support, and Screen support. A very prominent defensive core. It's insanely hard to break through. Most battles with this team are honestly the defensive core kind of slowly strangling a team, and then Charizard and other threats coming in to nuke the last few pokes. Garchomp is actually kind of a floater spot. On this team, honestly, I very rarely find myself using the 5th slot. So I've been trying a lot of things. It's kind of a slot I've reserved for physical sweepers, usually something fast. This version of Garchomp has Stealth Rocks. After I get rid of their hazards, I can come in with mine. Also has a Focus Sash to deal with things like Talonflame or Pincers that set up on me. But without further ado, let's get into the actual battle. Good lord, it's almost at the 5-minute mark. I can't believe I kept you beautiful people waiting so long. It's worth it though, I promise. So looking at Whitey's beautiful team, Whitey brought a very, very offensive team. Looking at it, I didn't see much bulk. Obviously, there's the Aegislash. Azumarill could be the Assault Vest set. He could be super cool and use my no attack investment set. Latios could also be bulky. Could have Defog there as well. But I'm really seeing very little bulk. It looks to be more hyper-offensive, kind of with pseudo-bulk and Azumarill. I suppose you could call the Oxus bulk. It's not very offensive, obviously, really utility. And then Latios. So a very offensive team. I predicted him to lead with Deoxys. Nothing else in his team is really a lead. I was also cautious of the Mega Pinsir. Mega Pinsir is obviously a huge threat. I know that Whitey runs in the same circle as Lindamar. I know he could be running Lindamar's patented sub-variant. He could be a traditional Sword Dance variant. He could be really cool and use Iron Defense. No way of knowing. But I predicted the Deoxys to come out, which is why I go ahead and lead with the Charizard. And let's get into the battle now. So, yes, as I said, I do lead with the Charizard Y, because I'm predicting him to lead with his Deoxys. And my plan is, obviously I don't want hazards up. I'm going to go for a Fire Spin, trap the Deoxys in here with me, and then go right out to Conkeldurr and knock off, and proceed to kill this thing, and then easily go in the Mandibuzz to remove hazards. Another excellent thing about this team is because I have Conkeldurr, obviously some Deoxys defense carry status. And the fact that Deoxys also carries a red card and is slower than Charizard often prevents my opponent from going for T-Wave because they're fearing the Conkeldurr. But Charizard just woke up, first turn of the battle, forgot to put his spectacles on, so he actually misses the Fire Spin. Come on, I'm using Fire Spin. I'm being creative. This move does no damage. Look how much that does in the sun. Good lord, Fire Spin, calm down. Can I please just get 100 accuracy? So I do miss. I go for it the second time. I get dragged in the Rotom because of the red card. I'm like, alright, Damage is Damage. Let's just go for a good old Volt Switch while this thing is trapped, and we'll go for the knockoff. Now, beautiful people, help me out in the comments. I've researched this team quite a bit, studied a lot of trapping, and I'm still honestly really struggling with the mechanics of Fire Spin. Some places seem to indicate that it's 4 to 5, some places indicate it's 2 to 5, and I'm also having a really hard time telling when they're no longer trapped. So apologies on my end, I am human. I've really looked into this a lot, but in terms of the actual game, I really struggle with knowing when they're trapped and when they aren't. So obviously now I go into Conkeldurr. My opponent's still trapped, and I'm going for the knockoff to get that big damage. Doesn't actually kill the Deoxys, and I think between the miss in the beginning and feeling an attack, I'm so paranoid now that I end up going for a Mach Punch. But at this point, they're no longer trapped, and they can very freely switch out. So that was a huge mistake. I should have just gone for a second knockoff. Even though they weren't trapped anymore, I was so desperate to kill their only hazard setup. I went for another Mach Punch, even though if I could have gotten the free knockoff right there, would have been brilliant. But now, predicting either an attack that will do diddly to Mandibuzz, or predicting a King Shield, I do go into Mandibuzz to get rid of his hazards. Knowing Whitey's a good player, I'm like, alright, the nice and powerful Defiant Power Ranger is about to come out here. And so I debate, do I really want to go for it? And with the Charizard Y being on my team, I don't want to play around with these hazards up. I want them gone. So I'm like, alright, let's go for the Defog, even though he's going to get +2. I do carry the Foul Play, which will do substantial damage. Mandibuzz can take one hit, and then I can always go in the Conkeldurr, who can Drain Punch and kill this thing. I would say Mach Punch, but obviously Sucker Punch, if he's carrying it, will outspeed and do a lot of damage. You might as well get some recovery with Drain Punch. So, goes for it. I don't take it very well, but I'm alive. I'm like, alright, well, Mandibuzz is definitely going to be important for Aegislash. I can definitely live from Aegislash to this range of health, so I need to switch out. Hopefully he's not the Pursuit variant, and he doesn't predict that. He doesn't go for Pursuit. I'm like, thank the Lord. So I decided to go into Rotom. Again, I have T-Wave on this Rotom. I'm hoping maybe he went for another Iron Head. I can maybe get a T-Wave off, or Reflect, or something. But I didn't want to go directly into Conkeldurr, because Conkeldurr would have... he can't take 2 hits from this thing. Unfortunately, Whitey makes an amazing play, goes for a knockoff, for a possible switch that does obviously just obliterate Rotom, even though I am maxed at defense. So now I'm like, alright, Sucker Punch is coming. Let's just go for a Drain Punch, get a little health back. I did the calc. Conkeldurr takes it very, very well, even at +2. But he gets a crit, and I'm just like, oh, that's terrible. That's horribly unfortunate. I'll actually go for knockoff, thinking he might want to save this thing. Anticipating maybe he'd want to go out into his Aegislash. But now the Deoxys comes back in, and luckily, I'm so glad he brought this in, because now I can Mach Punch and just take it out. So, I'm in an excellent position. Hazards are gone from the field. His Hazard Setter Upper is dead. Excuse me, that is why I won this Charizard, because Charizard is so weak to hazards. I really enjoy trapping the mons that would stop Charizard. I decided to go ahead and fodder off the Conqueror, and now I go into my Jirachi. Knowing that most people are not familiar with this Jirachi, we don't see a lot of the special defensive support Jirachi, so I'm scouting for Hidden Power Fire. I want to know if he has Hidden Power Fire on his Latios. Which I can definitely still take one. You can see how little this thing does to me. I am max HP, max special defense. I didn't know what Whitey was predicting. Again, you very rarely see the support set. It's almost all the Choice Scarf, Choice Band variant. So I've got this thing paralyzed, which is huge because if I whittle its health down, Charizard can definitely come in and do some absolute work to this thing. Garchomp can obviously outspeed as well and kill. So now predicting him to switch out because he didn't go for HP Fire. He's not going to do anything to me. I predict the Aegislash is coming for Shadow Balls. So I go for 2 T-Waves in a row, predicting the Aegislash. And I'm so happy to get this thing paralyzed. Now I'm like, alright, he's definitely going to be going for Shadow Ball or Shadow Sneak. I know that Mandibuzz can lift either one from the health it's at. So my hope is he will get paralyzed, and I will be able to pull out Jirachi at full health and go into Mandibuzz and get all my health back. That is the goal. So I get very, very lucky. The Paralyze does work. This Jirachi is well trained. I love Jirachi. It's cute. It's powerful. I love support Jirachi. Big fan of it. Go into Freezy Fist. Shout out to Shofu and Shizzy6. Take the Shadow Ball. And I do just live it. I did the calc because I was in no fear. And I'm going to get all my HP back. Right there. So now I have a few things I could do. I don't care if he King Shields on one hand because I have Foul Play. But predicting him to go for a King Shield, I have Charizard. So hoping for either a King Shield or a Paralyze, I go right into my Admiral. It's named Admiral, by the way, for Admiral Akbar, because it traps. But I didn't want to actually call it Akbar, because I thought that might be too obvious. But the Admiral is back. He's got his glasses on now, so he's not going to miss anymore. That's a thing of the past. Even if this thing's stance changes, Fire Blast is an Oko in the sun. I see no reason to trap. The biggest things I want to trap are gone. And anything on his team takes massive damage from a Fire Blast. If he switched into Latios, it would be a 2-hit KO. So I just went for the Fire Blast. Charizard Y, an excellent, excellent nuke. I very much like this variant. Allowing me to trap other weather to make it more effective. Also works on Politoed. Trapping Politoed and using Rotom for the same purpose. So now I go into Jirachi, obviously knowing I can take anything that this Latios wants to go for. I thought Whitey might pick me to go for another Thunder Wave because I did that last time. But I believe I end up just going for a Wish just to be at full health. This Latios is really no threat to me whatsoever. Whitey doesn't switch out, possibly predicting me to go for another T-Wave. Stays in goes for a Draco, but I'm max HP, max special defense, and I resist with base 100 all around. I think that's why I love the Legends as defensive so much, because they have such good stats. They can be deceptively bulky. So now I'm in a very, very good position. So I go for Doom Desire, even though I think I easily could have gone for T-Wave there. I do go for Doom Desire. I am running it. I really like it with the Wish Protect. It allows me to still hit things. I like carrying the powerful Steel move against Fairy types as well. I could have won Iron Head, but I just really, really prefer the Doom Desire interaction with Wish and Protect. So I do go for the Doom Desire. Pinsir comes in. I know I can live any one hit from this thing. My biggest fear is he's going to be Lindamar's sub-variant. That's going to make it difficult for me, but I can still use Doom Desire to break the sub and go for T-Wave on the same turn. Which is another interaction I'm really, really enjoying. So in case he's not sub, I do go ahead and go for Thunder Wave. He is the Swords Dance variant, which is very troubling. Now I'm predicting him to want to go for the Earthquake. I want to see what the moves he's carrying are. So I go for Protect just to see what he's going to do. He does go for an Earthquake. That is going to be an Oko on Jirachi without a question. Seeing how much that does, I decide I don't even have to bring in Charizard to deal with this thing. Charizard doesn't need to take Quick Attack. I can go for another Doom Desire and kill this thing. So now my plan is like, alright, I'm gonna probably die. Because I'm not gonna get 2 Pair Hacks in a row. And he's gonna hit me with Earthquake once and kill me. So my plan is, alright, why don't I pass a wish into whatever. So when Joachi dies to an earthquake, why don't I just pass a wish so that whatever comes in next can be at full HP. That is the plan. So I do in fact go for a wish, and he does break through the parahacks. I'm very happy for him because this Jirachi must have been a huge pain in the battle. So I'm glad he got to take it out. Jirachi goes down, but again, I honestly love the Doom Desire interaction. I love Jirachi. It's so cool. Doom Desire hits, does take the pincer out. Again, no special attack investment. Very, very pleased with how much that does. 120 base. Steel obviously gets stabbed. So now in comes Azumarill. And I go into my Freezy Fist, the Mandibuzz, and I'm like, alright, I really hope you belly jump. And predicting him to go for a belly jump, I go for the foul play. As soon as I see belly jump, I'm like, yes! Yes! Because foul play would do diddly if he didn't belly drum, but I'm really not worried even if he didn't go for belly drum. I just wanted to go for as much damage as possible, because obviously Charizard can come in with Solar Beam and wreck this thing's life if it's not at full HP. So it happened to work out that actually Mandibuzz was able to take him out. Obviously now it comes to Latios. This is his final Mon. He is paralyzed. So Mandibuzz actually gets to go on a little bit of a mini sweep here and take out the Latios with a foul play. I love foul play. It's absolutely one of my favorite moves. You will definitely see a lot more of that coming from me. So that is the battle. Thank you, CM, amazing streamer, great battler. Thank you for the really fun battle. Looking forward to more in the future. Thank you so much for supporting Rocket HQ. Us streamers have to stick together. Again, there will be a link to Whitey's stream and his YouTube in the description. Please check him out. He is supporting the Rocket HQ. Let's send some rocket love his way. Support him as well. Make this Pokemon community a better place. So before I go, I want to reiterate, if you like this team, keep your eyes posted on the Google Drive so you can use it in your own Pokemon Showdown. And keep an eye out for a Prezi on this team. I'll be posting more battles with this team. I'm currently in the process of making a new team for our next stream, but you will see this team some more. And as I keep making more dedicated teams, I'll use them like on rotation. So even though you won't see this team for a little while after I finish covering it in this initial week, you will still see it again. I'll use the teams on rotation once I have a large body of them. So there's another reason this is a very, very special episode. You know how we do at Rocket HQ. We are all about promoting all of you wonderful people. This is your HQ, not the Shaded Umbra show. So we actually have some fantastic viewer submissions. We're going to do another artist spotlight today. Username ShadowFalcon, aka Brandon, sent us some artwork while we were streaming. Some really, really awesome hand-drawn art. So ShadowFalcon, Brandon, we're now going to show off some of your pieces. Everyone, please, please, please send your support to ShadowFalcon to Brandon. And if you have any other links you want me to put in the description, Brandon, let me know. I will be happy to do so. This is all about helping you grow, showcasing your talents and your hard work. So please, please, please support our fellow Rocket family members. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for Whitey. Don't forget to support Whitey as well. And thank all of you for just this. Shade and I never dreamed we'd be this popular this quickly. Thank you all for the support. Again, this is your HQ. This is Admin Umbra sending love your way and signing off. See ya.